All right, Roger, what'd you get here?
This is a 68 Ford Bronco, first gen.
Nice.
Yep, and it's something we've been working on for a little while. We got it in pieces and took us a little bit to find the pieces to put back in it, but we got them, and they're all original Bronco stuff. I had a couple little issues with rust, but that's taken care of now. Putting all new bushings and seals and just pretty much everything that he needs we're putting on it. Put a little bit of a lift kit on it. Put some new tires and wheels to make it look like it should. It originally was a 6-cylinder truck, and that's what we're putting back in it. As you can see, it's got a redone stroker motor. Actually, that's what's called Clifford. It has it's got headers on it. It's got 2 outlet headers. It's got 3 single barrel Weber 36 carburetors on it. It's got a little cam in it. We got it wrapped up right now, just keep dirt off of it, but we are repainting and cleaning everything that needs to be. Like I say, the engine's everything in it's new. It's not an old engine. It's been bored and stroked. It should run pretty daggone good. And we're still running the 3-speed, but it's not on the column. It's got a Hurst competition shifter in. It's we really want to make it back to this Peacock blue color. So we're gonna get all the mechanical stuff out of the way first, and then if we don't sell it before it's done, that is. I mean, stuff's on the market to be sold, but we haven't advertised this one yet. But
this is the first time you're actually possibly going to sell this vehicle.
yeah, I want to keep everything, but you know what? It's like, if the price is right, then we'll let her go. But if not, then we'll put it over to garage where the ones are that we aren't going to get rid of. We'll say it that way.
So, from what I did research on this, and as you know, of course, because you're obviously into these and building them, this Peacock blue is pretty much a rare color, right?
I think so, yeah. I think you're right there. I don't know how many of them are actually produced Peacock blue, but I think they paint them Peacock blue everywhere, and then they trim them out with a little bit of white here and there. I think that's how they did it.
Yeah.
But somebody decided that it needed to have this dark blue paint put on it, which not fond of that at all, but
So what about this motor? I know like a lot of people, are into V8s or they want to put a new motor in it.
Well,
but this kind of has its own little
yeah,
look to itself.
Right. Yeah, this motor actually, these 200s actually are 7-bolt mains in the motor. So, and each one of the pistons has its own journal on the crankshaft. So it produces a lot of torque. I mean, they're not the most powerful engine in the world, but it's the torque that gets the job done. And this thing here will actually out-torque a 302 and things like that. It'll just pull harder, and it'll stay at a certain level, and you don't have to worry about revving the piss out of it because it will do what it's supposed to do. And it's got a progressive linkage on the carburetor, so you can run one single carburetor, or you can adjust the linkage and run 2 or 3 all at once, or however you want to do it. But it'll do pretty daggone good, And again, it came with that motor in it. It's not heavy. It's not as heavy as a V8. V8's you know, when you start getting out in places and stuff, they have a tendency to sink the front ends quicker than the 6-cylinder will because of the weight difference. You know, so I mean, it's not a tremendous amount of weight difference, but they're pretty good. I mean, but again, this one's been bored and stroked and stuff like that, so it'll perform pretty good. So it won't have any issues moving around, you know.
That's pretty damn cool. I think it's going to have some kind of a, you know, a look of like what someone would have built it like maybe back then, back in the 70s or something.
Yeah. And this Clifford company's been around for a long time. I mean, this isn't somebody that just showed up on didn't just show up. You know, they've been building these 6-cylinder engines, like I say, for quite a long time. And, you know, so it's got a lot of good parts in it. And, you know, it's not something you're going to run across every day, but where you pop the hood, you see 3 Webers sitting in there and the nice shiny parts, and, you know, it's gonna look pretty good. It's definitely an unusual setup, so
yeah,
that's
like,
the whole idea.
It's like a period correct modification.
Yeah, you know, it's got all the old school stuff like Offenhauser. That's who makes the intake and things like that. You know, so that's you know, it's, and the Weber carburetors are the same carburetors that come on Volkswagens. You know, they're the 36 series Webers, single barrel, not dual throat or anything like that, but you have 3 of them, so remember that. You know,
yeah.
So, you know, it's one carburetor per 2 cylinders is how that comes out.
Okay.
So, you know, it's not like it's being starved for fuel anymore, because that was the downside of a lot of these kind of motors. Is the carburetor in the center, it would feed those first, and then it would lean out the end cylinders because of the fuel getting there last. You know, so but that's not the case any longer with this particular engine. It's nothing new. It's been around for a while, but again, it's not something you see every day.
Yeah, no shit. Something this solid is what you don't see every day neither.
No, the rust is pretty minimal.
I mean, like, look at that. I'm gonna go around on the other side to take a look here. But, I mean, this thing is solid. I mean, usually you see quarter or, you know.
I don't think it's ever had any handles replaced in it. Floor pans need to be replaced yet. We have those, but, you know, all the mounts, everything has been replaced in it as far as any of the rubber parts, as far as mounts and bushings and things like that.
Yeah, but I mean, look how solid the rest of it is. That's a common rust area.
Well, a lot of that's because it had rubber floor mats in it, and it was holding the water. You know, and that's the unfortunate part of that. As you can see, the rest of it didn't have a rubber floor mat on it, so you can see how solid it is.
Yeah. I love the color of this, honestly.
Yeah,
Sometimes
pretty
an artist
trick.
will play with a band.
Those are the carburetors right there sitting. I mean, this is what we're talking about when we say Weber carburetors.
Oh, okay.
That's what they are. This is one of them right here.
And Charles Brown
The little Webers.
singing and ended up being the breakout star.
So,
Some real success.
and it has 3 of them that goes on it. And of course, it's got a new clutch. It's got, there's the header system for it over there. Ignition, there's the linkage for it. It's even got the water bag for the washer, which says Ford right on it.
That's cool.
You know, so it's got all that kind of stuff. So, you know, and it's not chopped up. It's, you know, it's typical. People cut the wheel wells on for bigger tires and things, but that's a modification that was done a long time ago.
Wow, that's really nice.
Yeah, not too shabby, huh?
No, not too shabby at all. Yeah, look at all that. That's really nice.
Yeah. No rust.
No rust on that. Yeah, wow. Wow. Well, that's really damn awesome, and
I think this is the only glass that has a crack in it. And that's probably from a BB or something from the way it looks.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
That's the only one.
Well, thanks
Yeah.
for showing us.
Yeah, and again, you know, if somebody has interest in buying something like this, again, they're not cheap by no means. So, you know, it's not like 20 years ago you could buy one for, you know, 3,000 or 4,000, and it's not happening nowadays. So,
Yeah.
it doesn't work that way.
Well, the thing about, having a mechanic who knows and a builder who knows about things is a good reference of
Yeah.
where to get a
Plus, this
car.
Plus, this thing has a Rancho lift kit underneath it too. That's why it sets up higher than normal. You know, there are the Rancho 5000 adjustable shocks and all that. So, but yeah. So that's the story of this Bronco.
Well, thanks for showing us. We'll have it online if you guys have any questions or maybe interest. We'll have a price up on board, and he can definitely talk about it.
We could actually do some good trading for a good Mopar. I mean, if there was a nice Mopar out there, I'd be interested in something like that.
Mopar or no car.
Yeah, we don't want anything that's in the early 70s, and we don't want K cars. We don't want none of that. We're talking about Roadrunners, GTXs, that kind of stuff. E-bodies, Challengers, Cudas. Wouldn't mind the Cudas. Even a nice builder wouldn't be bad, but again, that's where I'm at. That's what I like, and that's a possible trade item there for me.
Okay. So, trades are also an option if you have possible Mopar. How about like if someone had a 66 Super Sport Chevelle?
Yeah,
4-speed car.
Something worthwhile, but please don't offer no K cars, no Chevettes, none of that kind of crap.
You don't want a Mustang too?
We're just not into that. Muscle cars, and my era of muscle cars are mid 60s up to 71 would probably be the last one I'd be
Cut off
interested
here.
in. Yeah. So
All right.
no European cars, not into none of that either, unless it's something special. But it's got to be special.
All right, man. Well, thank you for showing us, and
There you go.
hope you all enjoy.